Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome along to another first impression piece from LandPowerTV. This time it is all about the brand new Claas Axion 9 Series tractor. Now, hiding under that all new styling on this tractor, it has been heavily, and I mean heavily, updated. So we're talking updated engine, updated drivetrain, updated electronic architecture, massively updated cab and controls, and a whole new suite of technology packages thrown into the mix as well. So to get a little bit more familiar with this new tractor from Claas, first of all we're going to get an in-depth walk round with Patrick Frawley from Claas UK, and then after that we're going to head out into the field and have a little bit of a first impression drive of this new tractor. So, without further ado, let's get stuck in. As ever, massive thank you to all of our sponsors and partners at LandPowerTV, to Cummins, a global power technology leader, to Avon Tuning HD, a master of remapping, to S&G Plant Services, the heavy haulage specialist, and to JCB Insurance, the experts in plant and machinery insurance. So folks, as you can see, we are now joined by Patrick Frawley from Claas UK, who's going to talk us round this brand new development from Claas. So first of all, Patrick, what's your role at Claas UK?
So, hello everybody, my name is Patrick Frawley and I am Product Manager for large tractors here at Claas UK. So, everything that's essentially bigger than 200 horsepower. So, and I think it's fair to say our new Axion 9 Series definitely slots into that category, doesn't it, James?
Absolutely. So, the new Axion 9 Series, I think it's fair to say we were already sort of talking about this when, going back over 12 months now, when we did the in-depth detailed development special on the Zerion 12 series. I think I flippantly chucked you the question, right, Patrick, what's next? And this is it.
This is the one, James.
Axion 9 series. Got that brand new family style that we saw on the 12 series. But let's get stuck into the nitty-gritty. What have you got in this new family?
So, James, the Axion 9 series is the evolution of our well-known Axion 900 family. So we launched our Axion 900 back in 2011 when we topped off at 410 horsepower. Later in 2017, we extended it to 445 horsepower. And now in 2025 at Agritechnica, we are launching the new generation Axion 9 series as a full replacement for that Axion 900 platform.
Right, and when you say full replacement, this isn't just a tweak. This isn't just a little update here and there. This is practically new from the ground up, is it?
It's not just a new bonnet, it's not just a new cab. There's every single part of this machine has been touched in some form or another, whether it's down to differential components or cooling on the engine or the full new generation cabin on board. Every single part has some tweak and adjustment for sure.
You mentioned the model numbers there. Obviously we've got the new styling that sort of filtered its way down from the 12 series Zerion. Is the numbering logic now sort of following that same sort of train of thought?
Yeah, so you'd remember when we launched 12 series about 12 to 24 months ago that we've changed the way we name our tractors. So it was Zerion 12 series followed by the horsepower. You can see the exact same logic here on our Axion 9 series. So it's the 9 series followed by the horsepower on the bonnet. So you can see on this one standing behind us here, it's a 9450. So that is 450 horsepower max power.
That's your max power, right? So pretty much you're not hiding anything.
No.
What you see on the bonnet is pretty much what you're going to get.
Bang on the money. Yeah, and the best thing about this machine is we have no boost concept on it either. So it's 450 horsepower from the minute that you turn the key on in the morning to when you turn it off at night.
That's it. You are literally giving everything all of the time.
Exactly.
So, speaking of the thing that's going to be giving you everything all of the time, the engine, presumably, we're still with FPT with this new development.
Yep, so it's still an 8.7 litre FPT engine, the Cursor 9, for anybody that's into the details of it.
Oh, I am, Patrick.
Oh, no doubt about it, James. We've made some small adjustments. I guess the biggest one from a customer point of view is going to be now the option of a reversing fan on board. So we'll have a reversing fan available from factory that you can control directly through the screen or the terminal on the armrest. We've then made also some small little tweaks and adjustments to the horsepower levels across the machine as well. So our entry-level model will be a 9330, followed by a 9390, followed by a 9360 in there as well, with a 9420 and the range topping 9450. So we've tweaked and adjusted the horsepower levels across the family to make ourselves a little bit more competitive.
Right, and have you done any sort of mechanical changes to the engine, anything structural or anything like that?
We have, yeah. So we've maybe made some small little readjustments to the cooling galleries on the block, and we've made some small changes to the pistons themselves to make them a little bit more heavy duty as well.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but if we wind the clock right back to when the 900 series first sort of came on the scene, one of the sort of USPs of this engine was it effectively had a Claas sort of stress sump slashed chassis. It's, you know, there's a lot of your own development in this. You haven't it's not an off the peg engine, is it?
No, far from it, James, far from it. I tell you, if you look around the other side, you'll see exactly the point that you're getting at. So if we pull this mudguard out of the way, you will see that we have...
That's what I'm talking about.
Our self-supporting sump.
Right.
Now that sump is the chassis as well, and you can see the big Claas badge on it. So that's a Claas part.
That's it.
Yeah. So we think about, yes, it's an FPT engine, but really it's only the block that we get from FPT.
Yeah.
We spec'd our own sump. We have spec'd our own turbochargers, air conditioning systems, cooling systems on board, our own engine map as well. So there's a lot of design and class flavor gone into it.
That's it. And as we've seen at Harsvinkel, like you say, you don't just buy an off-the-peg engine, slap it in a chassis and away you go.
No.
You really do customize them to what you need.
James, you can say a lot of things about Claas as a company, but if one thing is ever true, we are a brilliant engineering company. Yeah, we really do get the most out of every mechanical component across the machine.
That's it. Right, so we'll move on to the next key mechanical component. It's hidden in there. Obviously we can't see it from here, but the transmission. ZF still, is it?
It is still a ZF, yep. So we introduced ZF into our Axion 900 in the mid-teens, I guess. We started with the Ecom series and then moved into the TMG series. It is still a TMG 45 underneath, if anybody knows the naming behind the ZF gearboxes. But we now have a slightly bespoke version just for ourselves. And internally within Claas, we're calling that the TMG 45 Silent.
Silent, right. And I suppose clues in the title there. It's quieter, is it?
That's you wouldn't be wrong, James. No.
I'm getting good at this. Go on then. How have you achieved this silent running then, or quieter running?
Fundamentally, what we've done to keep it simple is we've redesigned the casing around the gearbox. So a CVT transmission of any color is a split between hydraulic and mechanical drive, as you well know. And with a hydraulic, half of the transmission is moving a lot of oil. And what we've done is we've redesigned the casing around the gearbox so that when that oil is moving, it's not splashing as much and making as much noise.
Right. So that's your own casing around this, effectively?
Yeah. Still ZF. They still own the rights to it. Still fully made by them, but
it's
little
your spec.
tweaks and adjustments by us. Yeah.
Got you. Now, in terms of transmission control, operation, what have you done in that department?
So I think this is really where the customer is going to notice the biggest benefit. For anybody that would know our Claas tractor family quite well, you would know that we have a model, a very, very successful model known as the Arion 660. Now that gearbox is made, developed and designed completely by ourselves.
That's your own at Paderborn, isn't it?
Correct, bang on the money. Yep. Now, the team that have designed that gearbox have been given this drivetrain, and they have now designed all of the software that controls the drive of this machine.
Right, so you've took that in-house?
Yeah. Right. So physical components still made by ZF, but the computer that sits on the side and controls it all is made by our own.
And what sort of impact will that have on operation? Is it noticeable? Is it feelable? What's it like?
It's a pretty phenomenal difference. Again, for anybody that's familiar with our Claas tractors, you'd know how smooth our 660 drives. Axion 900, or 9 series I should say, at 13.5 ton weight here, this wheel one now drives like an 8-ton 660.
Right, so we are around the back end.
We are
so
indeed.
While we're here, talk us through this.
So again, like we said, every single part of the machine has had some level of update, and I think it's fair to say there's more here at the back end. So our outgoing Axion 900 platform had essentially a one pump option, 220 liters per minute. Love it or hate it, that's what you got.
That was it.
Yeah. Going forward with new Axion 9 series, we'll still keep that 220 litre per minute as our standard offer, but we'll then have an option of a twin pump system at 370 litres per minute.
Go on then, where is that demand coming from? Why do that?
For sure, the majority of the demand is coming from North America. Those guys over there, they like the big air seeders that have got 3 or 4 different fans on it. But I think it's fair to say we think about large-scale contractors here in Europe, big arable farms here in the UK and Ireland as well, with the likes of big slurry tankers that have got chopper units on it, filling arms on them, big dribble bars as well.
Yeah.
Or we think about 12-meter horse drills. The idea behind having the bigger pump is that we can maintain a lower engine RPM for the same amount of oil flow to increase our efficiency.
Now, with all that flow, can you get it out of this tractor?
Wouldn't be much good if we hadn't thought about that, James. Yeah. So with all well know and love Power Beyond fittings that you can see sitting on our tractor here. So we have normal Power Beyond of flow, return, load sense, and case drain, that would same as any other tractor.
Yeah.
Yep. And then underneath that, then you'd have your standard spool valves, and you can see that we have valves 1, 2, 5, and 6, which are normal half-inch couplers.
Right.
Standard as any other tractor.
Yeah.
What we've then done for valves 3 and valves 4 is we've fitted slightly bigger 3/4 couplers.
All right.
And the idea behind then is that we can have a higher amount of oil flow from these.
Yeah.
So the standard half-inch couplers will be about 110 liters per minute, maximum exportable volume from one spool valve slice. The bigger 3/4 couplers are 170.
Right.
So not quite as much as your Power Beyond, but it kind of sits in the middle.
Yeah. That's it. It's got a job. It's got a task.
And then we think about other customers that maybe don't need maybe the 3/4 coupler. We have cartridges that you can change back down to half if you need to.
All right. So you can sort of step it down a little bit if you need to.
Exactly. So I guess in terms of other little bits and pieces that might be different, James, one of the biggest new features for us is going to be our auto trailer axle locking.
All
so
right.
You can see that we have a special little port here with the orange plug on it.
Yeah.
The idea behind that is the driver who's connecting up to his tandem or triaxle trailer with steering on the back, he plugs his single-acting steering line into this little orange plug, and the tractor will now automatically pressurize and float that line for him as he's going into reverse, or as he goes above 20 kilometers an hour for the road, for example.
Right, that is, and I like that.
It's a real nice little feature,
Definitely,
isn't it?
yeah. That is a cracking little feature, because it's just something you do forget.
Yeah.
And
safety,
the actual consequences of forgetting that, you know, you get onto the road, that axle's still in float, it can be disastrous.
At 55 kilometers an hour, it's a little bit leery, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
The other side, but we've changed as well, then is braking. So we have our EU couplers here. We will have the normal UK couplers fitted to our machines for the UK and Ireland for sure. But what we now have introduced on our Axion 9 series is again another feature that we'd known from our 660. So again, anybody that's familiar with that machine would know that we have a nice feature called auto stretch brake.
Yeah.
And what that is, if we think about the hydraulic half of the transmission, it's got pressure sensors in there. So the tractor can sense if it's got something heavy pushing it down a hill or on the flat.
Yeah.
And when it feels it being pushed through the back pressure of the hydraulic half of the transmission, it automatically applies the air brakes for you of the trailer.
So effectively, just gives it that stretch.
Yeah, stabilizes the whole convoy, stretches the convoy, safety, less wear and tear on the back of the machine as well.
That's it, it's not being pushed along, nudged along, rattled along, I suppose, as well.
Exactly, yeah. Super feature, super feature.
Good stuff, right. About a few practicalities around the rear while we're here. Obviously, I mean, we were talking earlier on today, your top link, especially hydraulic top link, that's a unit.
Yeah.
That's a unit.
Yeah, it is.
And manhandling those can be quite taxing sometimes, especially when you're you know, you're stood at the side of a tractor, you're leaning in, that is some pressure on the back, isn't it?
And then your knuckles get the rap.
Exactly, yeah.
So we don't have it on this machine with us today, unfortunately, but we have this now nice new hydraulic top link assistant. And essentially, you wouldn't even see it from standing here. It's integrated behind us. And what it is a little pneumatic air ram.
All right.
And when we have air in the tanks of the tractor, there's obviously the 8 or 9 bar of air pressure in there. And it means that you can literally take the top link and lift and lower it with 2 fingers.
Right.
It's phenomenal.
Easy as that.
Unbelievable. The other little, I guess, nice driver features, focus features as well. You'll notice that we have an auto greaser on the machine as well.
I was about to come to that one.
So the auto greaser is something that we've had on our current generation Axion 900 Tyre tracks, but we're now introducing the option of it on the wheeled machines as well.
Right, and what is that looking after on, you know, for example, a wheel machine like this?
So on a wheel machine like this, it's all of our front axle points.
Right.
Yeah.
Stabilizer options, little things like that.
So we still have the mechanical, automatic ones that we would have known and loved for the last few years, but we've now introduced hydraulic stabilizers that you've just spotted there as well, James.
Right.
So fully programmable through the screen on the armrest, we can set what linkage height they float or pressurize, or if they're maybe fully pressurized or fully floated.
Moving around a little bit, wheel and tyre options on this daddy.
I think it's fair to say that we've got enough rubber underneath this tractor here, James. Yeah. We've got 942s on the back and 710s on the front.
Right.
Yeah.
And what we're looking at here, that's effectively, is that the biggest you can go to, or?
I guess in terms of footprint, it would be the biggest for sure, but a combination that we're probably finding more popular now over the last couple of years actually is a 750-710 combination.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a 750 Tyre, but it has a slightly bigger rim.
Right.
So a 44 rim rather than 42.
Right.
So it gives you that little bit of extra height, but it gives you a slightly longer footprint, which is great for pulling.
That's it. And all the rage these days, pretty much every other launch that I've been to this year, central tyre inflation system offering.
Yep.
So what are you doing in that department?
So we still have our own in-house solution, our CTIC 2800. So essentially what that is a compressor which can supply up to 2,800 litres per minute of airflow, which can essentially, if we looked at the tyre configuration of this particular machine, inflate them from about 0.8 bar to maybe 1.5 bars in about 90 seconds.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's not so bad, is it? Because that's often the Achilles heel with these central tyre inflation systems is you're waiting a fortnight for them to blow back up again, isn't it?
Well, 100%. It's a quick system.
That's it. Right, so back to the niceties and the practicalities. Let's have a look in the steps area.
So I guess one thing that we focused on was our 5 steps to heaven, James.
We'll see about that.
And you can see straight away that we've got these new nice aluminium die-cast steps, nice and robust as you're getting up into the machine as well. But if you look a little bit closer, we've also got some nice touch points as well. So you've got a nice integrated hand washing receptacle. I'm going to stand back just in case there is water in there, but there isn't.
Right.
That's fine. So you can rinse your hands if you're changing points on your cultivator.
And this actual area here, is this the tank itself built into the...
Correct.
Right.
Yeah, so all nicely integrated, thought about as well.
Yeah.
We've got a nice integrated airline plug-in point that if we're lowering the machine down in the morning or in the evening, you can plug straight into the air tanks on the tractor.
There we go. Presumably you'll have one of those at the back as well, have you? Or?
We do, yes.
Yeah.
Yep, we do indeed.
Cool.
And then you can see directly at the diesel tank level, we have battery terminal points that we can get our crocodile clips onto for our diesel Bowsers.
Ah, spot on.
So nice and quick.
Yeah, get that scraper tractor going.
And something that's, I guess, a little bit more unique as well is we have a nicely integrated toolbox on the machine.
Yes.
So we undo this little latch, steps fold up.
Oh, look at that.
And we have a nice toolbox on a cantilever racking here as well.
Proper cantilever toolbox.
Yeah, exactly.
Always an issue with a lot of tractors, isn't it? Just lack
storage.
Yeah.
And the other thing that we've not pointed out to you, James, then, is our welcome button. Now the tractor's already on here, but if we were to get to the machine in the morning and we wanted to, maybe it's still a little bit dusk if we're doing some autumn cultivations, we can hit our welcome button here and you can see it wakes up our lights.
Oh, look at that.
You can also program different lights to that button as well.
Yeah.
So that if you're maybe just greasing the cultivator in the morning, doing some checks or doing whatever it might be, again, give you a little bit of light.
That's it. And at the end of the day, do you have these, I suppose what they call follow me home?
Get your home lights,
That's it, yeah.
You can do the exact same thing with them at the end of the day.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool, good stuff. Right, we shall continue around, Patrick. As we've got the steering on full lock here, we've got a really good view of the front axle. Have you made any changes in this department here?
Well, I think the first visual thing that you're going to see there is the pipe work for the auto greaser.
Yeah, so this is coming from that back unit there.
Correct,
right.
yeah. So, memory serves me correctly, in total there's 11 or 12 individual grease points on the front axle. Obviously with the auto greaser unit, you don't need to worry about them. Now, it's worthwhile mentioning, if you don't take the auto greaser unit itself, you have centralized points. So you only have 1 point on the right and 1 point on the left.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yes, 11 or 12 is a lot, but it's still quite easy to do even if you don't have the auto
it's just the 2 points.
Yeah.
Cool. And
Now,
that axle, is that Dana still on?
It is indeed, yeah, but we've improved some of the differential
Of
components.
course you have, Patrick. Of course you have. Come on, what have you done?
So we put some heavier duty sort of running gear essentially in the front axle of the machine,
Yeah.
which basically increases our carrying capacity over the front end of the machine.
Right, so upping that payload
Exactly.
for this tractor.
Exactly.
Braking on the front axle, obviously 55k tractor, is that still done in the hubs on this?
It is indeed, yeah, in our hubs, but still proactively braked in our front axle for sure. Yeah.
Front linkage lift capacity on this?
So it'll be about 6.5 ton, James.
Right.
Yeah, and you can see it's nice, robust, heavy-duty style front linkage designed for, say, pushing on silage clamps in maize, grass, whole crop, whatever it might be as well.
Yeah. Oh, she's going to be a fair old butt rate tractor, isn't she?
She'll take a full trailer load, no shadow of a doubt there.
Absolutely. And number of spills you can get on the front?
So in total, it would be 6 to the rear plus 2 to the front.
2 more on the front?
Yeah.
And have you got like a high floor return at the front or anything like that? Or?
So regardless of how many spools you option on the tractor, we always have a direct-to-tank return on the front,
Right.
which is the little black cover
Yeah.
that you can see here.
Right, where to next, Patrick? What else have you been up to with this thing?
Well, I suppose something that we've maybe not mentioned that we don't have on this particular machine, but is the Tyre track.
Yes, absolutely,
Yeah.
Very popular for you guys.
It is. So the principle remains the same. It's still friction drive, it's still fully suspended, but we've done some nice adjustments around all the track units, similar to the whole machine.
Yeah.
So we've changed the bearing that carries the front tension idler to reduce the amount of horsepower the track unit takes to drive, so it's more efficient. We've increased the service intervals of the track unit to match the new service intervals of the engine. So something that we've not mentioned already.
That's it, I was going to say, what are your service intervals on this?
Yeah, so we've got rid of our 100-hour service.
That's gone?
Gone.
Don't need to do that now?
Gone. And on our outgoing Axion 900 platform, we would have had to then service the machine at 600 hours. That's been extended to 750. And now we've matched the oil change intervals on the track units to that engine.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's a proper, right, let's book it in, job lot,
Yeah.
get it done.
Yeah, major birthday.
Great stuff. Well, before we wrap up this little bit, Patrick, and head out into the field and get a little bit of a flavour of this tractor in terms of its operation, is there anything else you would like to cover before we dive into that?
Well, I think the biggest thing that we'll have a look at out in the field, James, is the cab. I think that's probably one of the bits that our customers have been waiting for the longest time. You know, you'll see that when we get out into the field. It is a complete major overhaul. Completely new cabin, completely new control concept, completely new suspension system on the cabin as well, overhauled air conditioning system, integrated solutions for function keys and isobus control. The list doesn't stop.
There is, there's plenty going on in there, isn't there? Which, once we get out into the field, it's going to be cracking to have a look at that. But, for now, Patrick, that's been absolutely spot on. Like we say, ladies and gents, to get hands-on with this now, we're going to head out into the field. And, we'll see what's what, shall we?
We'll see what it's made of.
Spot on.
Thank you, James.
So, Patrick, we are in the new cab. The new, got to say, spacious cab.
Yeah.
I feel like we've been down this road before when we were discussing Zerion sort of more than 12 months ago now, but
A little bit of deja vu.
yeah, just a touch, yeah, but it's spacious, isn't it? So talk us through what you've done with this cab then.
So I guess the easiest way to think about this cab versus our current cab on our Axion 900 is the only thing that we've kept the same is the joystick that you're using to drive the stick.
C-motion lever, the famous C-motion lever.
The famous C-motion lever. And that is the only thing that is the same from the old one to the new one.
Yeah.
We are wider, we are longer, we are taller. We have got better integration of our new dashboard terminal that sits up on the A-pillar. So that's nice and adjustable in terms of the height. You can move that up and down.
So that can go up and down on this slider at the back there, can it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right.
And you can see then on that little screen, it's split in two halves. So you've got the top half, which I guess is more transmission and road transport focused. So you can see your engine RPM, you can see your diesel levels, your engine temperatures, and your transmission information up the top.
Right.
Then the bottom half of the screen then is more field focused, I guess.
Yeah.
So you can see your front and rear linkage heights. You can see your spool valves, what they're doing down the bottom as well. You can see if, at a glance if your guidance is engaged. Quick information at a glance.
Yeah.
But there's no adjustments to
I was
be
going
made.
to say, is this customizable at all?
No.
Right.
What you see is what you get.
Yeah. And is that a deliberate thing on your part?
Yeah, I think for the time being, where we want is the operator should be focused in terms of making all of his adjustments on the main screen at his fingertips, rather than having to reach and grab and so on.
Yeah.
So one thing I guess that we've really tried to improve on is making it, I guess, everything at arm's reach or fingers reach, I guess.
Yeah.
Because we have no head unit for the radio anymore.
I say it's very clean up here. There's not a lot going on other than the wing mirror adjustment over here.
That's it.
That's it. There's nothing else up here.
So you've got the buttons on the armrest and your wing mirrors up top, and that's it.
Right. And these buttons that we've got here, these ones that we can see, are these deliberately chosen for quick access keys or?
100%, yeah. We don't want to over clutter it by giving it 120 different buttons for every single little feature and nook and cranny on the machine. The buttons that you have on the machine are designed for the ones that you are going to press and quick access the most often. Yeah.
And then new joystick. Looks like new joystick to me.
It is new joystick. So I guess if anybody's familiar with our current or previous armrest, I should say, we would have a feature there called the Electropilot joystick. And that little Electropilot joystick is you've got an X and Y axis on there for two spool valves, and you have two function keys.
Right.
On this new one, you have 30 functions that you can program into that joystick.
All onto that one?
Yeah.
Right. So does that mean it's like multi-layered then, or how's it work?
Correct, yeah, it's multi-layered. So if you're looking at the bottom of the joystick there, you can see there's a little triangle-shaped button with 1, 2, and 3.
One?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So essentially, you have 3 layers with 10 functions each.
Right. And this little LED on top, does that tell you which layer you are on?
I tell you, you've got your Sherlock Holmes hat
We're
on this
getting
evening,
this.
Huh?
Well, I suppose at the end of the day, you want it that simple, don't you? In terms of working out and intuitiveness.
Yeah, there's no point in making something difficult, because
No.
if it's difficult, you're not going to sit here and enjoy it, are you?
No, you're not going to use it either, are
Exactly,
you?
exactly.
Yeah.
So if you see in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, you've got the little finger symbol.
Yeah.
Tap on him, and that opens up all of our
Ooh.
function keys.
Right.
So first thing that you're greeted with is the 8 function keys on the main C-motion joystick.
Right.
So you have your 7, 8, 9, and 10 here on the side.
Yeah.
You have 1 and 2 up here, and then there's another one around the front. So 8 in total.
Right.
Okay. And the same as we had on the current platform, you could do isobus, linkages, hydraulics, steering, whatever you want on there.
Pretty much anything.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's kind of similar, I guess, to what we already had.
Yeah.
The new one then are these multi-layered features for our Electropilot.
Right.
So if you're looking at that Electropilot, you grab a hold of it. You've got an X and Y axis across the bottom. And then where your thumb would sit on the very top, you've got another X and Y axis up there as well.
Right.
And then to the left-hand side of the little thumb lever, you've got another 2 functions, forwards and backward. And then you also have a forward and reverse lever on the back.
Right. So it soon adds up. And then, like you say, you got 3 layers of that.
So then you can come across to layer 2, layer 3, and you can see there's an awful lot of functionality.
Right. And in terms of assigning that, you literally just step through those.
Yep. So if you
Pick
So if you tap on E5 there, and then it gives you your list of hydraulics, lift, auto. So yeah, major overhaul really on the function key side of things. So in total, there's 38 function keys on board.
38 function keys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rest of the layout on this armrest, what have we got going on?
So I guess keeping in the mindset of programmable keys, you've now got your 4 spool valve toggles. Just behind the joystick there, you got it, yeah?
That's it.
So they were programmable before, but we've now added on some little LED lights there to give you a visual indicator as to what color spool valve they're controlling.
Right.
Nice and simple as well. If you then think, I guess, a little bit more in terms of overall machine control, to the right-hand side of the joystick, you've got this main rotary encoder here.
Okay, yeah.
So you can see around that rotary encoder, you've got like a little frost symbol. So that if you pop that, that opens up your heating and your ventilation menu.
Yeah.
Below that, then you've got the music note. So that opens up your radio and your Bluetooth controls. Underneath that, then you've got your hands-free for your Bluetooth call quality and all that as well. Yeah. It's a nice quick access points, and you can use directly then the rotary knob to actually control.
Just rattle through them.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you're doing a lot more, like we were saying before, rather than taking up space, trying to find places for all the buttons and whatnot.
Yeah.
You're putting more through the screen.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
Tidy it all up.
Exactly.
I suppose again, you've got more options then to do different things in the future.
100%. Because I think fundamental it's a part that you don't necessarily see from the outside. Yes, it's a new cab. Yes, it's completely new styling. But the newest part of this tractor is the new electric architecture behind the machine. Again, we mentioned it a little bit earlier on. Our previous generation machines had, roughly 10 different computers for different parts of the machine.
Yeah.
What we've done now with our new generation Axion 9 series is we have 3 main computers. So we've condensed it all so that everything's talking to each other all at once.
Right.
Yeah.
And then screen-wise, what have we got? Because that does look pretty sort of similar to what we had before, but I believe you can now do different things with these screens.
Yeah, so if you come to a stop for a second, James, I'll show you how it's sort of all set up. So the long and the short of it is, both screens are just screens now. They're not computers, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. So we can do everything through one terminal, and then this one would be extended terminal, if that makes sense.
Right.
Yep.
Because before it was this had to do
GPS.
Yes.
And this one was tractor functions.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we can do everything all through one screen. So the easiest way to show you that is you can see that we've got our GPS down here at the moment. Yep. And we've got a nice camera view to our implement and our radio and so on up at the top screen here. But we've got this nice little quick access key here. If I tap that, we can directly swap both screens. Nice and simple.
That's just done that. Right.
Nice and simple.
Cool.
And then if we think a little bit about, I guess, the customizable nature of it, you can see that we have in total 5 programmable layouts, I guess you want to call them, per screen, so 10 in total.
Right.
So you have a nice dashboard one here for when you're on the road. You have one where you have a quick access point here to your engine settings, for example.
Yeah.
You can then cycle through and you might find one that's maybe set up for GPS and isobus. Again, complete control over how the operator wants to set the tractor.
Right.
So a lot of functionality built into the screen there.
Yeah, because like before, you pretty much just had, it was like a road dash and a field dash, was it?
Correct, yeah.
That you flick between the two.
I guess if you want to simplify it, in the previous generation tractors, you had all of your tractor settings on the one on the armrest. You had your GPS on the screen that was up in the roof. Yeah. And then if you had any isobus implements, you could put them on either screen.
Right.
Whereas now you can do everything all on one screen with the extended terminal if you need it.
Pretty much do what you want.
Exactly.
Which is kind of the age that we're living in now, isn't it? The full customization, do it how you want it.
Exactly, yeah. We've got to give these choices to our customers for sure.
And those 5 pages that you just showed me, can you completely lay those out how you want them?
Oh, 100%. You could put whatever you want, wherever you want. You can have full screen, half screen, 3/4 screen, whatever you like.
And once you've, say I've set my pages how I like, can I save those pages within a profile or something like that?
So if you look to the top right-hand corner of the screen there, we can see that we have the little tractor symbol there with the name underneath it.
Oh, yeah.
If you tap on that, that opens up your driver profile menu there. So we've only got one user on there at the moment, but you could add multiple users there for different drivers of the machine if you wanted to, and you can swap between them at a tap of a button, basically. What we'll do then when you lift out and turn around, I'll show you a little bit about the implement management and everything as well. So we have, I guess, operator management or operator profiles, and then you have implement management, which you can use separately as well.
Right.
Yeah. And obviously on the implement management side, then you can save widths, you can save coverage triggers, you can save sequences for lifting and lowering if you've got multiple things to happen at the press of one button. Yeah. If you wanted to open up your main menu, top right-hand corner, you've got the 3 little lines.
Yeah.
And then you can see that we have our kind of our new menu structure, I guess.
Okay.
So, easiest way to explain it, everything that's in your vehicles menu that you can see on the screen here now, is kind of similar to what we had in the previous generation screen.
Yeah, they were sort of in that column, effectively.
Exactly. Yep.
Right.
We've then added a new settings menu, I guess if you want to call it, which is your lighting, your heating, your ventilation, your function key setup. So a lot more integration of a lot more controls onto the machine.
Okay.
Next one down then would be your implements menu. And then you can see that you have various different profiles for your different implements. And if we tap on our horse joker that we're having a look at the moment, we could then save to this profile headland sequences, your widths, your counters, all of these kind of things.
Yeah, and flow rates, all that sort of stuff.
Oh, exactly, yeah.
So everything you need to go working with this implement.
Exactly. So we're cultivating away here 12 kilometers an hour. You could save that to the profile of the joker. And then if you then go on further, you then have all of your map settings in here as well. So we've only got one boundary in here at the moment. That's obviously the field that we're in.
Yeah.
But again, then saved reference lines, saved tram line markers in there as well if you're drilling with the machine as well. So you can see a lot more integration on the machine for sure.
Definitely, yeah.
So I don't want to bore you with every single detail, but
there's lots in there.
There is a lot in there.
And I suppose the challenge for you guys is trying to add more to this, but without overfacing the operator.
Yeah.
Because you could fall into the trap of having layer after layer after layer, but thankfully, you've just got 2 nice handy layers there. And I wouldn't even call them layers because it's one column opens up. That you're still doing this from the right-hand side logic, aren't you?
Yeah, still the class logic,
Yeah.
you know? And I think for all the willing in the world, you know, like this screen is relatively quite familiar with most people, from combines, from foragers, from tractors. You know, it's relatively well known.
So, creature comforts then.
Yeah. Again, where do we start?
I was going to say, well, for a start off, like we said before, we got more space. I'm 6'4", stretching out there, and I can't touch that windscreen.
Nope.
So immediately we got more leg room for a start.
100%.
Go on, what else you got?
You've got 50 degrees of swivel on the seat now.
Right.
So if you unlock it, you'll see that you can go right round.
You can send it right round. Jobs are good. Put my feet
stretch
up.
right out in the foot pegs. Easy peasy.
Happy days, eh?
You've got sun visors on 3 of the 4 windows.
Right.
So everything except for the driver's door here.
Yeah.
So we can't really have a visor there.
Yeah.
We then have a nice integrated airline in the cab as well.
Oh, yes.
So we can blow the cab out at the night.
You got the airline port back here. Yeah.
We've got storage trays scattered around the cab as well to stop stuff rolling around.
Yeah.
Now I know this looks like it's going to slide around, but it's actually kind of tucked into the floor as well.
Right.
You can then we have our nice integrated fridge behind us as well.
That is deep, isn't it? That's dandy.
It might just have enough room for your lunch.
Well, we'll test that one out one day. But yeah, in terms of, I suppose you can say it's more usable space in this.
Yeah, 100%. Right. Yeah, and then it's little things like we have the rail along the A-pillar, the rail along the roof.
Yeah.
You have an optional rail which you can put across the window. So yes, people are moving further away from control boxes, but they're still a thing.
Yeah, they're out there, aren't they?
Yeah, so we still got to give people space to put them and mount them nicely, you know?
Yeah, that's it.
You've got all of your plugs down underneath the armrest for Isobus sockets in cab and everything as well.
Of which there are several. If I really wanted, could I put this second screen
You could,
over there?
Yeah, completely configurable.
Right.
Yeah, you can put it wherever you want.
And then, like I say, you can get that optional mid-mount rail there as well.
And then, you know, thinking a little bit further afield in terms of comfort, you've got the largest rear window on the market.
Yeah.
You've got a 12-meter wide implement behind you, James, and you're not really struggling to see it, are you?
Not really, no.
No.
I'll be honest, no.
You've got 3 integrated cameras on the tractor.
That are already on board.
Yeah.
Right.
So we've got one in the nose, and you can get 160 degrees of vision out of it.
All All right.
So I wouldn't necessarily say it's perfect for looking left and right,
Yeah.
but it's pretty good for
But
only
it
one
helps.
camera.
Yeah.
And again, hitching up to something on the front links is perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see the one on the screen here for our rear implement.
Yeah, keep
Great,
isn't
isn't it? And then we also then have one in the window, so that when you open your window to hitch something up,
Right.
you can see your drawbar pin.
So that's on the actual window.
Yeah.
So that's kind of taking the idea of a
mirror.
that next stage.
Exactly.
That next level.
Exactly.
Right.
Then we also then have on the front and the rear linkage integrated camera plugs.
Right.
So we can plug a camera from a front weight block or a hopper of a drill into the linkage, and you can see that directly on the screen.
So that would be camera number 4 and 5 if you wanted to
You bang on the money.
put those in.
Bang on the money. And then thinking about the cab, so I guess something that we've always been well known for is 4-point suspension.
Definitely, yeah. That famous Renault legacy, I suppose,
yeah.
but it was definitely one worth keeping.
Yeah, and we've kept it on this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we've done a big overhaul of it.
Yeah.
It's not the same 4-point suspension that we had on the last cab.
No.
But it's still 4-point mechanical.
Yeah.
And I think it's fair to say, James, you can think how quiet it is in here, how smooth it is as well.
It is quiet. What sort of dB level are we talking in this now?
So if we think about actively working in the field like we are now,
Yeah.
it's about 67 decibels.
So, operation-wise, just talk us through how that's evolved on this tractor.
So I guess if we think about the outgoing Axion 900 series, we have a feature called engine droop.
Yeah.
And it's completely down to the driver or the operator on the seat to choose his engine RPM limits, his kind of transmission settings, I guess. Yeah?
Yeah.
And from there then, where we've moved to with this machine is now CMOS auto droop.
Okay.
So the tractor's actively looking at the engine RPM, the ratios in the transmissions.
Yeah.
We've introduced some extra torque sensors through the driveline so we can measure where the power is going as well. And it's actively adjusting the engine RPM that you can see all of the time to give you the best performance in the field.
Right. So it knows more about what it's doing itself.
Exactly.
To make a better decision about what it can do.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. And it links then to your implement profiles. So we would have already told the tractor what function we're using to lift or lower the implement in and out of work. It then, whenever it sees that function being activated, it looks at what the engine load increases to, what the wheel slip might increase to, and it actively then is adjusting those settings as you lift and lower every single time.
Right, so you don't get that sort of bogged down effect as you
gone.
As you sort of drop in.
I know we're only pulling a disc here at the moment, but have you felt it today?
I haven't felt it today, no.
No, exactly.
In terms of operation from my point of view here, using the C-motion lever, is that pretty much the same as before, or have you done some tweaks to that as well?
Yeah, so there's some nice changes. So in the previous generation machines, we had specific joystick or pedal mode,
That's
I guess.
Right, yeah.
And you had to change those with a button. So now going forward with these new generation machines, the machine will recognize whether you're using the pedal or the joystick by itself. Completely, automatically. Nice and easy.
That's it, so just use whichever one. Well, it's whichever one you want, basically.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
And then as well, something that we've carried over from the previous generation to this new generation is the 3 electronic speed ranges.
That's right, yeah, like your virtual ranges.
Yeah, virtual ranges, yeah. So we still have those on this tractor, but now we've introduced a nice function that you can change up and down those ranges by rocking the joystick to the left and to the right.
All right. So that would literally, if I knock this, I'm not going to do it right now because we're in the middle of work, but
you can try it if you like.
I'm going to try it. So knock it to the right there. Oh yeah, she's just...
Now she's going to try and get to 20k.
She's going to have a go.
Yeah.
But that'd be quite cool because like, you could be working down here in one virtual range, get to the headland, bang, knock it down, knock it up.
2 preset speeds, nice and easy.
That's it, yeah.
You can see like there's multiple ways to drive the machine.
Yeah.
You just find the way that you like the most and you stick with that.
That's it, exactly.
It's easy, isn't it?
That's it, that's ultimately what it is. It's easier now, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, before maybe you had a tractor that you sort of had to put up with some things. This is now...
You've got choice.
Yeah, it's choice. It's easy to get on with, and ultimately, you know, especially when you're walking up to the tractor as well and you're looking at it.
It looks aggressive.
It's more desirable, isn't it?
That's a big part of it, for sure.
Yeah. There we go. Well, Patrick, as ever, thank you very much for your time.
Not a bother, James.
Absolutely spot on that. I'm sure we could actually talk a lot longer about this tractor because, like we said already, this is a phenomenally significant product for you guys, isn't it?
I think it's probably a fairly decent statement to say this is one of the most important products we've ever launched.
Right. It's that important to you guys, basically.
Yeah. There's a lot riding on this, James.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people behind it and the whole company.
That's it. And I suppose this is kicking off what the rest of your tractor family is going to look like.
I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag just yet, James, but I don't think you need to be Sherlock Holmes to know that there's a lot of good things to come.
That's it. Well, we started with the 12 series, the Zerion 12 series. Mm-hmm. We did that. We've come down to this now. So, yeah, it's only going to go one way and you're going to keep going. Exciting times. I think there's nothing stopping us now. Once again, yeah, thank you very much, Patrick. That has been absolutely spot on. As ever, you guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have found it interesting as I have. For more first impressions like this, all our reviews, all our custom reviews are many shenanigans. Just go and check out LandPowerTV.com. It's all there waiting for you. But yeah, as ever, thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you again next time.